All right, I think this is gonna be video like 700,000 on discipline, within this week. Like I just filmed like 8 videos in the last like couple days. I need to edit and upload them and create thumbnails and stuff, but I'm gonna talk to you about why you should be doing things you don't want to do. And this is more of an advice video to my past self. So a little bit of background on me. If you don't know who I am, I'm Timothy Brazil. I'm the owner and founder of Understanding Attraction. It sounds a lot more fancy than it actually is. We've helped, over 1,000 men get at least a little bit better with women through our Facebook group, 1,600 plus people. It's linked in the description. But we also have a smaller community of about 30 men that are inside of Attraction Accelerator that, we're helping become men that are attractive to women for the rest of their lives. And what I wish I could do, because I spent about 6 years focusing on like, oh my God, how do I say the right thing to get the girl? Like, what am I doing wrong that girls don't like me? I wish I would have just done more things I didn't want to do. And I'll explain what I mean. So when I was growing up, I got cut from the basketball team my sophomore year. And I'm tall, I'm 6'6". I played college basketball, so you can tell how it kind of turned around for me. But that really motivated me to get into shape. Because I got cut because I was out of shape, not because I sucked. I kind of sucked, but I was mostly out of shape. And what I realized was that was like my first time I had to work hard. And then I made the team my junior year. I still didn't get any playing time. We won the state championship. I got a ring and all that stuff. It was kind of cool, but like I didn't play. Then my senior year comes around and I finally get some sort of height. Like I keep working hard. I was playing all day. I was actually really good. I was all district. I went to a D3, Division III basketball school for about 6 months, and I dropped out. But as soon as things got hard, as soon as like I started getting results, and you might see this in yourself, as soon as you start getting some results, you're gonna want to give up because you have the results. And so you don't have the negative feedback of, oh shit, I'm not getting results anymore, until it's too late. So for basketball, I stopped working out, and then I'd show up to like the first day of practice and I was fucking dead. I was dying because I was so out of shape. I was so out of shape on the first day of college practice. And I was like, fuck this. So I quit because I was too out of shape. I was like, I'm too far behind. It's too late. All good. I'm just gonna go join a frat and drink beer and party and bang girls. And I banged some girls, not really though. Because you're always more full of yourself than you actually think you are. And this is when I was like first starting to get into pickup. So like I had maybe had sex with some girls and I'd had some results, but it really hadn't started yet. And then I got into a relationship with this girl. She was actually really nice. She was like awesome. She was super into me and like she was like attractive and everything. And like this is when I'd maybe been with like 10, 15 girls before. And I kind of like gone through the first stage where I went through like the depression stage of like hating, not liking, women not liking me. And I went through that. I also went through the stage where I think I'm hot shit. And then I went through the stage of like kind of getting some results. And then I entered stage 4, but instead of like going full degen and like having tons of sex and stuff and like really amping it up and leveling up, I kind of settled. So I entered the settling stage. And we dated for about 6 months. I broke up with her. We got back together a few months later, dated for about 2 years, and I lived with her. And during that time, I became incredibly complacent. And that was the second time I had seen this pattern in myself where I just like, as soon as something came up that I didn't want to do, like I didn't want to keep going and see like, maybe I can date higher quality women. Maybe I can improve myself more. Maybe I can make more money. Maybe I can get more of a life direction. I decided to settle. And that's the second time I did that. So I did it with basketball, did it with this girl. Also at the same time, I did it with video games. So I was really good at World of Warcraft actually. And I wanted to be a world first World of Warcraft player. Like they do like a race where you raid and you try to kill the boss as soon as it comes out, like within like the first week or so. And the first person to do it, they do a big live stream event. Like, you want to be in the world first guild, right? And I wanted to be that. I wanted to be in that guild. And I started playing all day, really got good, got into a US top 20 guild. I was really good. And then I got complacent again. And it's like, well, what the fuck? And that's also when I started getting fat. I went from like 205 or something to, which I was like kind of skinny, like 205 in high school to about like 245 when I was like heavy. And then, I settled. So I was like, fuck, okay, I'm gonna get back on my shit. I'm gonna get on top of my shit. I'm gonna start going to school for marketing, okay? I'd already dropped out once at this point because, I went to school to be a teacher. And so obviously I was being complacent again. So I dropped out and I went back to school for marketing. I was like, I'm gonna do this. And as soon as I didn't want to go to class, I stopped going. And I made it one semester and then I dropped out again because I had the new shiny object, which was this marketing agency that I was gonna work for. Okay, this online marketing agency. I was gonna make tons of money online. And I worked in that for about a year and a half. And that was probably the thing I stuck with the most consistently. But that's because, I'll tell you why, I had a little bit of brotherhood there. I had two friends, Ed and Rohit. And Ed was this guy that basically he was like the graphic designer, like really talented dude. And we would talk about like fitness and stuff. And then Rohit, who was like this like super crazy, like insane salesman. Like he's crazy at sales. Just come over there. I don't want to get assaulted, or not assaulted, I'm white. I don't want to get like got for trespassing or something. Just got into a parking lot. So anyway, I realized that like by talking to Rohit, like he was like, it's really good at sales. He's younger than me, but he's like making more money than me. He made like, he did like a 10K month one time. When he was like 22 or 23, I was like, holy shit, dude, I'm 23, 24, I'm a year older, and like, holy shit, that's crazy. So I had a little bit of brotherhood to motivate me and push me through. But as soon as those guys left, as soon as Rohit left, as soon as, and then I left to start my dating advice business, I realized that I'd like settled again with that agency. And so I had to quit and move on to something new. Okay, so I moved on and I started my online coaching business. And I got to like my first point where I was like making some money. I had some clients and stuff. And I got complacent again. I started playing fucking World of Warcraft, And this is all happening like, consistently, like throughout my life. And I'm telling you this story because eventually I got to the point where, we started getting some decent success. I had one of my friends, Troy, come down from Michigan, and we started like really working on this together, building it up. And there was another level of inconsistency and like complacency. And like only now in the last couple months, we like bounced back from that. And I want to talk about like, I'm not trying to paint myself as like this perfect guy that's always consistent. It's always this guy that women want to be with. But throughout this whole time, my life's only gone up. And what I want to talk about is like fucking 8-minute intro. Like, I really wish I had done more things that I didn't want to do. Because what started me being complacent? Well, every single time in my life I was being complacent and I got called out for it, like I didn't make the high school basketball team, it was just because I didn't want to work out. I didn't want to run. I just didn't do things that I didn't want to do. Like, there was something I didn't want to do that I knew was good for me, that I knew would push me to excellence. I didn't do it. And I wish I'd done that more. And I want to impart this knowledge onto you that literally, as a man, especially when you're learning how to attract women, you want to attract more women. As a man, doing things just because you don't want to, the sole reason you do something is that I'm only doing this because I don't want to do it. You doing that is powerful. It's really powerful. It builds up tons of discipline, and it's like one of the most powerful things you can do, because what do people do when they give up? Well, there's probably something that, I'm gonna start yelling. There's probably something that you don't want to do, and you just don't do it. There's probably something where it's like, oh, this is too much, I give up. This is too much, I give up. And so if you consistently practice doing things you don't want to do, just as like an exercise of your power over the universe, as an exercise of your power over your own life, it's incredibly fucking powerful. It's the most powerful shit ever. So I want you to go out and do something with this video. Do something you don't want to do. Go out and do it, please. Because that is the only way that you will become a man women are attracted to literally for eternity. I'll see you in the next one. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.